Assalamualaikum and hi. Today, my group will present to you about ACC2543 Accounting Information System prepared for Sir Shati bin Salih. So, this is the introduction. Gaining experience in the analysis and evaluation of internal control in a sizable Malaysian corporate organization is the aim of this assignment. You will interview a selected Malaysian business firm to find out about the benefits and drawbacks of an internal control system. You can learn more from this task and apply it to your future career with a huge company. Additionally, you are aware of how they stop computer fraud and abuse by focusing on remedial investigate and preventive control with a specific emphasis on system reliability. These are my group members. The first one is me, Nur Hazim Alif. The second one is Daniel Farid. The third one is Ernie Marzwa. And the last one in our team is Amirul Haziq.
Dr. Tenaga Solution was started in September 2016 with a dynamite team of personnel equipment with experience in energy, auditing and management, green technology, cleaner production and project management consultant. Dr. Tenaga Solution was managed by a team of people who have wide experience and expertise in their respective fields. The company was located at 68/1 Jalan Sibiuan, Taman Chem Bestari 75250 Melaka, Malaysia. And their branches were located at TL10 Lorong Haji Zulkifli, Kampung Pari Haji Ali, Jalan Keluang 83000 Batu Pahat, Johor. This company also have been renewing their license registered under Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia SSM under number ID MA02143777/X on 9 January 2023. Their board of directors have been getting a certificate in energy manager by Asian Energy Management Scheme. They have a lot of great collaborations such as Institut Jantung Negara (IJN), Kim Long Resources Berhad, Green Tech Malaysia, Jabatan Alam Sekitar Malaysia and the RB Highcom Environmental Service Sudian Berhad.
Strength of internal control. There are no weakness in their control activities since most of the time only the top management can access to their security and private system. For information and technology, it is a strength of the company for making a security code to whoever who want to open the private folder.
Hi, my name is Annie. So I'll be explaining about the weaknesses of this company's internal control assessment. So let's get started. The first thing is that they hired an external secretary to manage the company's assets and documents. So we all know that when we hire someone external, it is more easier for our company's data and information to be leaked. So it's not a very much a good thing. And then the second thing is that they took too long to recover back their data. This company used to face a server down while they were using Google Drive, and it took them around half a month, which is 2 weeks, to recover back all their data. So, not a very pleased thing to not having your data for about 2 weeks. Also, the last thing is that they do not have a lot of monitoring activities. We all know that monitoring activities is one of the main point of the internal control assessment. So when they do not have a lot of monitoring activities, it can give a negative impact to the internal control of the company. So after going through the weaknesses of the company's internal control, then we are going to look at some of the recommendation that the company can apply so that their internet control securities will be more strong. Okay, so the first one is that they can hire an internal secretary to manage the assets and documents. When they have their own secretary or their own internal secretary, then the information of the company is more likely to be safe because the one who knows um, about the company's data and information is the worker themselves. So it's a good thing. The next thing is that they need to install the data into the system periodically. So after facing the server down by the Google Drive, while they were using the Google Drive, the company already started a system where they will install the data into the system periodically, which they usually do about once in 2 weeks. So in this recommendation, I'm recommending them to um, install the data more frequently, which will be around like once per week, once for 1 week. Okay, and then lastly is that adding another monitoring system such as segregation of activities. Um, Adding these monitoring activities will help the internal control be more good and then more effective for the company. So that is all my recommendation for the internal control assessment. Thank you.
Measure to prevent and detect fraud and computer. We will examine the steps taken by the organization to stop and identify computer fraud and abuse in this section. A variety of preventive, investigate, and remedial control are included in this thorough examination to protect the company's system and data integrity. We can learn more about the company approach to fraud prevention and cybersecurity by examining this measure. Preventive control. Preventive control. Preventive control, as known as protection control, is the first line of defense in control structure. These controls are designed to prevent problems before they arise and aim to establish a secure and well-managed environment. For any organization that handles sensitive data, security is essential. The following are some standard precautions that businesses take to keep their data security system up to date. First, segregation of duties. The company has segregated of their duties to prevent error and fraud by dividing tasks and responsibilities among different individuals or departments. For example, their business has three management, which is director, managing director, and operation manager. A person who has initiated to be director cannot be the managing director or operation manager. By doing the segregation of duties can make their business more efficient in addition to being able prevent error and fraud. Second, authentication verify the person. The company applies authentication systems such as access card and thumbprint. They also providing PIN number to further strengthen the system to enter the department. Each department has their own access such as managing director from managing department can't enter the operation department because managing director only can enter their own department. The system automatically will log after several failed attempts. Therefore, authentication is a crucial component of cybersecurity and access control, ensuring that only authorized individual or system can gain access to protect resources. Third, authentication verify the device. The company provide computer to every manager for the purpose of the business. Each computer has their own password and only known by the user. It's not easy for others to access the computer. It's also similar with authentication. Verify the person, which is the system will automatically log after several failed attempts. Users do not need to worry about the security of their computer, but they need to ensure that the password is not known by the other employees. For the preventive control that company use, we can find their strengthen is their access card, thumbprint and password, limiting entry into specific department according to rules and authorization is an important security precaution. The weaknesses that we found is for their thumbprint authentication, avoiding entering the password on the screen as this could leave a fingerprint trail that could be used by someone else to gain access to the system. For improvement that the company need to make is put in place more stringent access control measure that demand a distinct PIN or password in addition to thumbprint authentication. An additional layer of security is added by this dual factor authentication.
Let's move on to the second one, which is detective control. Detective control is the second line of defense in control structure. This control is frequently used to identify and report issues as part of an organization comprehensive internal control system. They are essential to detect errors, weaknesses, definitions, and fraud when they have occurred. The first one is Intrusion Detection System (IDS). This company use IDS to detect computer fraud in their system. IDS will produce a warning alert when it detects a suspicious activity along the network traffic. In addition to identifying possible security risks and incident, an IDS can take immediate proactive action to neutralize or prevent those threats. IDS can identify unusual login patterns of a string of unsuccessful login attempts, which could point to an illegal access. It is a more complete security system, since this is accomplished by combining detection and prevention technique. The second one is external audit. This company hired external auditor to audit their company account for detect any error and fraud. The company appoint an external auditor to avoid bias, so that the stakeholder employee have confidence in the organization financial statement and operation. The last one is bank reconciliation. Other than hired external auditor to make sure that its financial records are accurate and consistent, this company regularly perform bank reconciliation. The process of bank reconciliation entails comparing the internal financial records of the company, such as cash transaction and balance, with those of the bank. By doing so, the company can detect any suspicious activity happen in their company, and they can take action to person that doing fraud in company. For the detective control that company use, we can find their strengthen is their instruction detection system (IDS). IDS can provide 24/7 continuous monitoring of network traffic and system. Security events can occur at any time and timely detection is crucial. The weaknesses that we find is for their external auditor. If there are changes in accounting and auditing standards can create challenge for auditors. It will increase the expense of paying the auditor. Improvement that the company needs to make is examine alternate audit techniques that can improve process efficient and possibly cut costs, such as data analytics and continuous auditing.
Corrective control are a type of control within to undertake timely responding to attack and corrective actions. The company that we attribute has not has been hacked and but causes the server down for 2 weeks. This thing shocked them because it happened for the first time, so they try to backup all the company data for ensure that the data is not completely lost. After that, the company made a police report for do further investigation. This incident made them to take more proactive step in maintaining the data system. The company generate their own system where the system will update and file all the information and enter it into a high security system. The level of security is more guaranteed with the security code added to the system. The site usually once an implement requires They will continue to revise the data system with activity. This is because they have taken lesson from the server down incident that they have experienced to always update the data so that there is no use of employee data that has stopped being able to access the company security system and data system. They will continue to remove the data of employees who quit and will continue to be updated if there are new employees who replace them. Hence, they put a lot of emphasis on this so that their system will never stolen and taken out of the company's data system. In conclusion, internal control is an essential part of the operational and financial management of a company. So, internal control studies are essential to understand how organizations protect their assets, ensure accurate financial reporting, and comply with regulatory requirements. We have explored several aspects of internal control, such as its elements, importance, and application. During this assignment, Besides, this assignment has it highlighted how important it is for business to continuously assess and improve their internal control system in order to adapt environments and new threats. It also highlighted that all staff members at all levels should be involved in internal control and that the finance department is not the only agency responsible for it. Furthermore, internal control techniques are essential to reduce the risk and fraud or and error. These techniques include monitoring system, authorization procedures, and segregation of duty. They provide assurance to stakeholders that the organization operations are running efficiently and if financial information is reliable. Firstly, studying internal control gives us a better knowledge of how organizations maintain integrity, protect their assets, and ensure honest financial reporting. In every organization, continually pursuit of efficient internal control, it emphasizes the need of alertness, flexible, and teamwork. Yes.